Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. Thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me that you are. And for what it's worth, it genuinely touches me, my heart immensely that we are all in here together and having fun and going over all these different things every single day. So I did not think I would love doing this stuff as much as I have been. I am thoroughly loving doing this, though. So if you would not do me a favor, if you're watching live, pop into the live chat, say hey. Nothing else, would really greatly appreciate that. If you join the conversation there as well, we thoroughly have a fun time talking to each other and having a great time talking about what we're talking about here. I have a bunch of different things I want to try and cover today. So we're going to hop through a couple different stuff pretty quickly. So if you would not mind, smash those likes and then do me a favor, share this out on your, if of course, only if you like the content, right? If the content is there and other people want to use this, let's, or if you want other people to hear this type of information, liking it is how you do that. Sharing out, getting other subscribers in here would also be very much so immensely helpful for me to be able to grow the channel. I would love to grow the channel. That would be absolutely wonderful to be able to do that. Other stuff. Yeah, I have Patreon every day at 4:30. Join that if you are, if you would like. We already have most of you guys in here. My regulars are definitely in there, and I do for sure love having all of you are part of that Patreon. It means a lot to me. Genuinely, it really does. I did not expect the outpouring of folks jumping in there to just hear what I have to say. Really more just to have a platform for myself to be able to say what I want without feeling like I'm going to have this stuff pulled offline, which is frustrating. You know, our First Amendment's under attack. My regulars, y'all hear me say this every day. I harp on it because it really bothers me. Hopefully, it bothers you all too. But it really bothers me. Oh, brother, it's gonna be a fun time today. So that's why I do the Patreon, because it's fun and because I really get to talk about some very interesting stuff. So, anyways, I digress. If you are not part of the Patreon, links in the description. Sign up, $5 a month. It's not too much. It's it's it really does help out the channel. Also, if you'd like to support the Papa Joe Show, there's Crypto Confidential that is linked there as well. I have been asked by a few people if I'd be willing to put crypto addresses for tip jars, that kind of stuff. I've been thinking about it, been praying about it. I don't want to. I mean, I guess if this stuff becomes full time, that would be necessary. But I've thought about it. I don't know. We'll see. If I do, I'll just throw them in there. I won't even tell anyone necessarily that it's there. And if anyone asks, it's in the description of the video, kind of thing. But I will probably just leave it be for now. Have again been asked by a couple people, and I'm kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I digress on that point. So let's do this. If you're watching live, pop in the channel, pop in the chat, excuse me. And if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, do me a favor and comment on the video and or smash the like if you like it. Comment, let me know you're there, because the comments actually come in here in the live my feed. And I can communicate back and forth with everyone there. So anyways, let's go through and say hey to everyone who's in the chat. Good morning, Tom. What's going on, brother? I'm glad you are here, sir. Lithia, good morning. You guys are always here. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. Gloria, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Open-minded Bitcoin. What's going on, brother? I am glad to have you here, man. It's good to see you. Haven't talked to you in a while. And I know you and I are going to sync up, I think, Monday. Yeah. I think. Actually, need to double check that. That makes me see here. Yeah, that should work. Cool. Yeah, no, it should be fun. I forgot about that. So cool stuff, brother. Cool stuff. Thank you for being here, man. Manny, what's going on, man? How are you doing? It is good to see all of you. This is great. Bitcoin Management Jim, what's going on, brother? How are you? Good to have you all here. Open-minded Bitcoin, thanks. 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, almost there. If y'all wouldn't mind, help me get to 2,000. That'd be great. That'd be actually really cool. Just share it out. Get people in here. Get them to subscribe. If they don't like the content, just let it say subscribed. The more the merrier, obviously. So anyways, cool stuff. Fun things here. So thank you, sir, very much for that. Let's see who else is here. Daddy-O, what's going on, brother? Thanks for being here, man. Cool. All right, so that's pretty much everyone. We got a lot of wonderful, amazing people in here. If you are just joining us, if you're new to the channel, pop in and say hey. It is a lot of fun for sure. Johnny Holder, good. Are you on Truth Shoulder? Welcome, brother. Truth Social. So I've signed up. I do not have access yet. And Papa Joe, the handle has been taken. I don't know if I took that initially or if, because I've tried multiple times to sign up. So I know Papa Joe was in there first, so I hopefully have Papa Joe at Papa Joe. But I very well also may have to do. I for sure I have Papa Joe 42, which is similar to my Twitter handle. It's the same thing, Papa Joe 42. So thank you all for being here. It does mean a lot to me, sir. Thanks for asking, man. That is for sure. Let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun. All right. So eventually I'll have access to Truth Social. Right now I do not, as most people are waiting in line to get access to it. So I haven't been told I have. So anyhow. Definitely need that coffee. Good old coffee today. All right. Let's jump in, shall we? So I titled this one. Well, quite frankly, I forgot it now. What did I title this one? Crypto, Bitcoin, and silver don't care about good or bad news. The reason I brought up silver is because silver is a 7-month high today. And it is there because of the stuff that they're saying is in Ukraine. Realistically, I think that they're trying to bring all this down and have a reason for everything to collapse and silver and gold to massively jump. And at the end of the day, that's what I think's going on. So let's have some fun, shall we? And jump in here. Yes, pay me my silver now. You mean pay me in silver now? It's silver. What is it? Cliff High said. What was it going to be, like $600 an ounce minimum? And the reason being, just so everyone understands, from a scientific perspective, from a conductivity perspective, everyone's like gold. Well, gold only has one isotope. Silver has two isotopes. And when you electrify the isotope or the silver, it has capabilities and functionality that there's very few other metals in the world that do those types of things. Silver's been used in our solar panels, in our TVs, in our cell phones, in the microphone I'm using here, the camera I'm using here. Silver is in everything. It is an industrial metal. People are going to quickly start realizing, hey, we need to find something else to substitute silver because there's a limited supply of silver. I mentioned it, I think, on my Patreon. I covered it, that you and how you can appropriately turn mercury into gold, and it's been tested that it's real. I need to find that information and put it on Patreon for you all, and I'm really kind of dig into more, geek out on the science of it. If anyone's interested in that, raise hand in the chat here, and I'll see if I can dig that up. And take me probably a few days to figure it out and be able to do a show specifically on that stuff, but not something I'm putting out here on the regular channel. Those are types of stuff that would probably get the stupid video banned or removed and stuff like that. So anyways, I digress. Jumping into today, and I need to bump this up. I cannot figure out how to make this over here. Why? Okay, that just messed everything up. Hang on. Well, it's over here on this side, if y'all can see that. So silver jumps to 7-month high in Ukraine crisis. Woohoo, you're calling it Ukraine crisis. It's not about that, everyone. They're creating a diversion so that they can collapse the economy and blame it on something, and then not have you go after them with pitchforks and tar and feathers for making these mistakes. Because back in the old days, that's what they would do. They would used to do that. Anyways, prices of metals jump on Friday. Gold adding over 1% and silver surging nearly 2% and reaching a level last seen August 2021. The conflict in Ukraine its possible repercussions for the world's economies. seemingly increased the traders' appetite for safe haven assets like bullion. We're also doing it with Bitcoin too. Also doing it with Bitcoin. Gold jumped. It's just giving you the specifics of what golds and silvers are and whatnot, stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. So silver's up. Bitcoin's been up the past few days. Other cryptos have been up the past few days. People are looking, like I've been saying, for a place to put their money. Well, let's go over here real quick as well. So, news this morning. Good grief, dadgum, stupid thing. This was all full screen a minute ago, folks. I'm sorry. It's over on the right-hand side. I need to not use this stuff for this. Usually it opens up in full screen. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it. Anyways, so non-farm employment. Wait, here it is. U.S. non-farm payrolls up by 678,000 in February. Stand by. I'm gonna pull up a chart that George Gammon shared this morning on Twitter. I wanted to see how I love doing this live because we get to have fun with this and we get to go and do things like this. Let's see here. On the fly, right? There's no better time, no better way. Let's see here. Okay, there it is. And let's share this guy. So, let me bring this up for you all to see. Payroll change since January 2020. It dropped like a rock. And now it's not even back to where it was before everything took place in January. And basically what he says here, you hear politicians say, we've recreated jobs. Yay. Politicians don't create anything. It's entrepreneurs who create jobs. They destroy them. Politicians destroy them. When you destroy millions of jobs and then come back, is it creating? No. What else are they misleading you about? I love George Gammon. I've met him, spent some time with him, talked to him for a few minutes. Really, really cool guy. George, if you ever watch this, I'd love to have you on the show, man. I don't know if you do interviews or not, but that'd be fun. Fun conversation. So, anyways, wanted to bring this up today and put this out there. So, in February, data released by the country's Bureau of Labor Statistics showed on Friday the figure surpassed market expectations. It really did. Unemployment rate is down by 0.2%. Percentage points. That's not really what it is, but anyways. From the previous month, landing at 3.8% in February. The labor force participation rate rose by 0.1 percentage point to 62.3%. The workforce grew the most in the leisure and hospitality sector, with 179,000 jobs gained. The professional and business services sector employment increased by 95,000, followed by the healthcare sector, which added 64,000 jobs, respectively. Now, the healthcare sector, they fired all those people because they wouldn't eat the cookie to protect them from the hunger disease. Do you think that they're all getting their jobs back now? And let's just ask this. Do you even think that those people would go back to those jobs if they were forced into doing something and they just walked away because of the coercion that was going on? If they're going back, those are going to be some seriously anger and seriously, very crazy, angry people. It's going to be really interesting to see how that works. Just saying. So, typically on days we have good I'm trying to paint a picture here, folks, so stay with me. On days we have news where payrolls are up, what happens to the stock market? Typically it goes up, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes up. Again, stupid thing over here screwing me over with this stuff. US stock extends losses. Dow plunges 500 plus points. Currently, the Dow is down 300 points, so it's recovered a little. Bitcoin is also down a little bit as well. This is a little bit for Bitcoin. But they want to paint a bad picture here with Bitcoin because they want to make sure that the Russians don't touch it. Also, Ukraine received a lot of money in Bitcoin and are probably dumping it on the market to drive the prices down. Just a thought that that's taking place because they need it for their stuff, for supporting their war efforts, right? Main indices on Wall Street extended losses Friday with the Dow dropping more than 500 points as Russia-Ukraine conflict continued to affect markets. Do you guys see? They're painting your picture. Do not listen. Do not listen. Do not listen. This is not why this is happening. They need an excuse for them to clean up the mess they have made. Okay? They want you to watch this hand over here while they're doing everything over here. That's what they're doing. So just understand, everyone. This is what's happening. We've got Bitcoin. It's coming down, but it's also probably these stupidity of people selling into the market who've received Bitcoin for free. I don't know, like the Ukrainians. And any and every other hedge fund who possibly could get the stupid thing to go down because they want the rest of it to go down with the rest of the market. They want it to look worse than the stock market so people can stay with it. And I've been saying this for a long time, okay? And you all know this. The stock market and crypto is going to come down. The stock market in general is going to continue to drop. And at some point, I have no idea when that point is, Bitcoin will stop. In general, other cryptos will stop falling. Understand, it is going to stop falling because people like you and me and other people who follow this channel and other things as well. Folks, we're not selling. I'm not selling. I'm not selling into this mess. I may take a loan out. I may put it in some residual income bearing something. I don't know. There's lots of things you could do with it. You can use it other ways without getting rid of it. You're not going to give them an out or a way to obtain more. You see, they have to have a certain percentage of control over an asset so that they can actually manipulate that asset. That's what they're trying to do. The thing is, though, is that there isn't enough Bitcoin to go around anymore for them to have any more control. Not at all. There's not. You and I know that. Our friends and family know that. The rest of the world seemingly is about to learn this stuff. Now, all of that is happening. At the same time, we still have stuff going on with inflation. Now, stagflation is coming. What you need to know. Now they're telling you what's coming. Now they're telling you what's happening. There is no question that Russia's invasion of Ukraine is going to push inflation higher. I wonder why. Oh, wait. Because they got to keep printing money. Whoops. No, the money that they've already printed, they're going to print more on top of that. We're $30 trillion in debt. It's a lot of money, people. It's a lot of money. Let's see. Given the amount of energy and food commodities produced by the region and the responses by countries and companies worldwide. So, for those of you who don't understand, Russia produces a lot of oil. A lot of oil. And so I believe Ukraine does as well. Like a lot of oil. Just to put something into perspective for everyone here. Actually, no, hang on. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me finish reading this here. What is less clear is whether it is worsening period of inflation whether this worsening period of inflation will turn to stagflation. Since Russia has began its invasion of its neighbor, the price of wheat has risen more than 20%. Russia produces a lot of wheat. And the price of crude oil, about 10%. Okay. It was already up a lot before because of inflation. Gas around here is going up 10% or 10 cents or more per day. Diesel's even worse. I have a diesel truck, so keep an eye on that. The world's biggest shipping companies, which together control about a third of the supplies, they're basically, I'm not paying for this stupid thing. I will not pay for this crap. Effectively, they're shooting themselves in the foot, and the arm, and the hand, the other foot, and in the back of the head. That's what they're doing. This was all full screen before we started, folks. I am so sorry. Over on the right-hand side, U.S. targets Russia oil sector with new sanctions. The United States Department of Commerce unveiled on Friday two regulations targeting Russia's oil refinery sector. The department stated that it's applying stringent restrictions on the wide variety of items necessary for refining fuel, amid its limiting Russia's ability to raise revenue from the sale of refined products, including gasoline, that it can be used to support its military efforts. Well, in addition to adding 91 new parties in 10 countries to its entity list, based on their links to the Russian security services, military, and defense sectors. These actions will further restrict access to U.S. commodities, software, and technology as part of our ongoing efforts to degrade Russia's ability to acquire the items it needs to sustain its military aggression, the department said. So, do you guys know that Germany gets like 90% of its oil from Russia? Germany's a NATO. Germany's an ally. They're NATO. 90%. I'm probably wrong on specifics, so don't quote me specifically. The number 90% is sticking in my head for some reason. Okay. If Germany gets involved in this and goes after Russia or goes after other countries, or goes after the United States, or in any other way because they can't get oil to run their economy, to heat their homes, etc., people are going to have a very hard time very, very soon. And it's going to get really rough for a lot of people. And we're not talking just in that region. This is a global thing, okay? This is a global problem. Please be mindful of what's coming down the pipe. It's about to get really, really nasty. It really is. I had oil in here at one point. I want to see what it is. I must have removed it, so no big deal. Yes, Tom, this is coming. The emoji there, since my kids are watching, will hit the fan. It's going to be really, 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 really rough. People, it's going to be really, really, really rough. Stagflation setting in. People need to understand this is about to get really, 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 really bad. On a positive note here, more adoption. Venezuela pegs minimum wages to nation's cryptocurrency. Now, way back in the I forget when, during the Trump administration, Venezuelan national cryptocurrency is based on the Dash blockchain and has many characteristics of a CBDC. It's already been done here. Venezuela said its minimum wage would now be 50% pegged to the national petro, the PTR cryptocurrency, according to a report in Bloomberg on Friday. So, as United States citizens, by the way, you're not allowed to hold the PTR because the Trump administration blocked you or made it illegal. Not everything they did was good. Anyhow, the president of Venezuela, Maduro, announced a new monthly minimum wage of 126 Venezuelan bolivars, $28. This represents an 18-fold increase in the national minimum wage, which would be 50% pegged to the petro, the government cryptocurrency. Now, Venezuela is not a great place as far as its communistic, whatever, stuff like that. The reason I'm bringing this up is because people are going to start using cryptocurrency everywhere. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. This is going to happen. All these national currencies will start to pop up. And they're going to be sovereign coins for those nations and those regions. And they will be able to do and interact with Bitcoin and other stabilized or peggable cryptos in the world. Okay? This is what's going on. This is what's happening. Pay attention. Good news from an adoption standpoint, in my opinion. Now, a slight little thing here. I have been saying since the start of all this crap, since I got back from vacation, all this crap took place over the weekend before I got back from vacation and got all caught back up and everything like that. I had been saying that there is a world stage now. There is a world stage taking place where the world is seeing crypto and Bitcoin in all kinds of news articles, news reporting on the evening newses, blah, 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 blah. All the mainstream media, that all the normies who actually still listen to the mainstream media, they're starting to see crypto, Bitcoin, other blockchain related stuff. Hey, there's a desk there. I just smashed my knee. Those of you who are laughing, whatever. Anyways. So yeah, the Russia-Ukraine conflict has thrust crypto into the spotlight and raised three big questions. I have been saying that this was going to happen, that the spotlight was going to be put on this because of the sanctions. They weaponized the monetary system. Guess what? There is a monetary system that requires or has, there is no way to stop them from using it. And I talked about on the Patreon yesterday about how the exchanges and their stance on it. If you want to know about that, sign up for the Patreon. It's $5. Go watch that. If you don't want to stick around, totally cool. Totally get it. But the content that I put in there, I really dig into the nuts and bolts and the weeds and some of the stuff. I have to go very, very high level on some of the things that are out here on this. We talk about some in-depth stuff, some very nice stuff to know, I think. When I learned that stuff, I was like, oh, this is so good to know. I love that I understand this stuff and learn this stuff. So I put that on the Patreon because I have to have the paywall, so I'm at least trying to add really good content there. Not that this isn't really good content, but I'm really trying to make sure that is worth the worth it for everybody there. Anyways, I digress. So I'll lead just the key points here because this is a really long article. Okay, actually, I think there may be a couple things I may actually. Can cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin be used by Russia to avoid sanctions? Technically, the answer is yes. What's one of the big questions that have been raised during the war with Ukraine? Yeah, it has been because it cannot be stopped. X's point to the traceability or traceable nature of the blockchain and lack of liquidity as reasons that it would be difficult for Russians to use cryptocurrency to avoid sanctions. Not really. You just interact with each other directly in the currency. No one knows anything and no one's none the wiser. They're forgetting that part. The blockchain doesn't need an exchange to go into anything. They could just start using it as a currency. It's not hard. They're forgetting that fact. This is what I keep talking about. All right. So a debate has also been raging over whether Bitcoin has finally taken up the status of digital gold, which more or less. Other thing I wanted to talk about down here is that all of the different exchanges were asked to block Russia, and most of the exchanges said no. I didn't talk about Coinbase yet, so we'll talk about Coinbase. So it would be a mistake to think that crypto businesses like Coinbase won't follow the law. Of course we will. This is why we screen people who sign up for our services against global watch lists and block transactions from IP addresses that might belong to sanctioned individuals or entities that are just like any other regulated financial services businesses. But they're not going to block the entire country like everyone wants them to do. Like the SWIFT system has done. It's completely isolated all of the people of Russia. You see, Bitcoin has no borders. It has no control by any one government entity. These exchanges are showing the world also that they're not really what they need to be, and they're not really what you thought they were. A decentralized exchange or a DEX is already, these types of things are already being used. They can't stop that. They can't stop them from going and spending Bitcoin directly to do something. Or Ethereum or Litecoin, they can't stop it. A self-custody wallet, they can't stop you. They can try. They've got legislation that they're trying to actually push through to where you have to, that the self-custody wallets have to do KYC and all that crap. They're software companies. They're providing a service. They're not doing anything else. And then this little nugget here. Hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin admits he's changed his mind about crypto and says Citadel might soon be involved in digital assets. Interesting. He's a Citadel founder and CEO, people. Citadel founder Ken Griffin admitted to soften his stance on cryptocurrencies. I haven't been right about this call over the past 15 years, he said on Bloomberg on Wednesday. Citadel is the largest U.S. market maker. If you do not know that, they are the largest. Could be involved in digital assets in coming months, he said. This is a very long article. I'm just reading the bullet points at the top. But that basically is what it covers, those points in a lot of detail. People, the adoption is here. When this type of thing starts taking place, it's not a joke. They're going to move out of the stock market and they're going to move into digital assets. They're going to move into digital assets that are actually already making money with the everyday average people. And it's beautiful to see. It genuinely is. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. It is Friday. You all have a wonderful and blessed rest of the day. I will have a Patreon at 4:30 Eastern time unless anything crazy happens at work or at home. And with that, you'll have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.